Okay, so I want to take a moment just to give a review to this guitar, which I got a couple of months ago, mid 2023. It's the JS400 series. I'm not quite sure the proper model. It's something 400. Look it up. JS400, I believe. Retailing currently about 170 quid, which is like the budget end of guitar things, but trying out the guitar, if you did a blindfold test, you'd probably find you'd expect you're playing something a lot more expensive. Roasted maple neck, something you don't see very often on budget guitars. The frets, they're standard nickel frets. They did need a little bit of a buff up from new. The strings were pretty lame when it came, so a new set of strings sort of brought it to life. There's a few hardware changes I've done, namely the pickups, which I'll come to and talk about in a moment. Body shape wise, it's a great, I mean, look at the back there, the sculpted neck joint, very comfortable on the hands, a little cutaway there, very ergonomically designed, sort of stuff you'd see on a more expensive guitar, so a bit of quality there. Machine heads, not the greatest quality. I've seen a few people online where they've changed the machine heads for better, maybe locking ones. I've not had any issues yet. So far they've been pretty stable and good. Well, that's probably down to how you wind your strings around the posts, which go Google that, you can find that. One little mod I've done at this end is the string tree was quite low and quite a steep angle for the strings going down there, so I've just raised that up with a little spacer in there. That's helped a bit. The nuts, give that plenty of lube, good to lube your nut, helps a bit of tuning stability. This end of things, the whammy bar, I never use a whammy bar, so that's been locked down. The springs have been pulled tight, so that's constantly fixed, and again lessens tuning issues. Colour wise, it's a lovely colour. I don't know if you can appreciate that in this this rubbish lighting what I'm using in my studio at the moment. It's surf green, so it's got a turquoisey green with a slight hint of blue about it. I'm sure it looks better in daylight, and bizarrely actually photos probably don't do it as much justice as you'd expect down to the lighting. So, typical Strat wiring, there's only one tone there, which is both pickups. And the pickups that came as stock, as factory, very hot output, a bit bright for my liking, probably cheap pickups, as you'd expect on like 170 quid guitar. You're not going to get all the whistles and bells on there. I had some Fender, actually no, they're lace sensor noise, Holy Grail noiseless pickups laying around. So I put a couple of those in the neck and the mid. And I also had a DiMarzio Path Pro, which I've stuck in there, and that's actually doubled the price of the guitar and those pickups, if not more, and certainly improved the sound, something more that I like, a slightly darker sound, which I'm going to play in a moment. So neck position. Slightly cleaner sound, there's a touch of crunch on there. Very stratty sound. Worth pointing out that the noiseless Holy Grail lace sensor pickups have a slightly darker tone than your standard single core because they're like stacked. But as noiseless pickups goes, they're pretty impressive. The issues you get with noiseless, non-noiseless pickups, singles. Okay, bridge and mid. Quite spanky that one, isn't it? Position. Position 2 or 4, depending on how you name it, which is the bridge and the mid pickup. Your very sort of spanky, stratty, familiar sound. bridge pickup. Not too harsh, you know, it's quite a soft sounding pickup. Obviously not as bright as a single coil, but equally usable with a clean sound, as you can hear there. So we'll add a bit of dirt on there and that will come into its own. Same amp setting, I think it's a Marshall. We're running through a Kemper, by the way, which has got some worth checking out if you haven't checked one out. So the neck sounds. Just roll the volume down, and that can clean up nicely. Mid pickup. Probably where you'd use most of your dirt is going to be on that bridge pickup. So there we go, that's the Jet JS400s in surf green finish. Might be a different colour on your screen with this dodgy camera and lighting here. Feels like a quite expensive guitar. Will make a fantastic first time guitar even without any of the modifications. Anyone who's looking for a second guitar that you want to kick around and not worry about it getting beaten up, this would be a good choice actually. There's other models out there. I saw a friend of mine the other day, he had a Harley Benton, paid the same price. That had a roasted neck, stainless frets as well, a bit more of a chunky neck. So they're worth looking at as well. So great guitars at budget prices nowadays. It's, you know, compared to what I first started all those years ago, this is pretty amazing. There we go, JS400 Jet guitar. A few little mods. Go check one out.